My odds are stacked. I've never been a gambling man. I've never had the winning hand, but for you, I'd lose it all. My odds are stacked. I've never been a gambling man. I've never had the winning hand, but for you, I'd lose it all. Baby, I'd lose it all.
Okay, I'm joined now by Mark and Darren from the Overtones. Hi guys, welcome to the show.
How you doing, Ben? Thanks for having us.
So we just played a track from the new album. It's actually a new version of your first single, Gambling Man. So what made you decide to revisit that one?
I think celebrating our 10-year anniversary, it was one of the first songs we thought we had to have this on the album and breathe new life into it. And obviously we have Jay in the group, so we wanted Jay's vocals on the song. And we wanted to update the production. So our producer, Julian Hinton's done an amazing job with that. There's a bit of a Bond theme. I don't know if you noticed, James Bond, pitching ourselves there. If they want four James Bonds, we've got a cool video that goes with it, with like a performance. And yeah, we're really proud of it and we can't wait to perform it on tour.
And the current single, which we're going to play shortly, is Rose Tinted. It's got a great summer feel to it. I believe you guys read it together, didn't you?
Yeah, it was actually the first song that we wrote with Jay, so it's really special to us, that song. Slightly different sound for the Overtones, still sort of that retro feel, but it's definitely got kind of a modern vibe to it as well. And we just, with the video especially, we just wanted to show a different side to ourselves, like, you know, day out with the Overtones, basically, just getting up to all kinds of tomfoolery and, you know, tomfoolery. So we're out on the rowing boats on the Thames, and we're driving classic cars around the countryside, and even trying to play. Well, I'm trying to play a bit of football, but yeah, that song's really special to us, given it was the first song that we wrote with Jay, and yeah, and it's been going down an absolute storm actually with the fans, which is awesome.
Looking through that rose-tinted rearview mirror, always better when you're driving home. You know that the rose tint is so much clearer till you get back where you started from. You know you gotta keep on rolling, keep on rolling, keep on rolling on.
You just released a new album this week called 10 that marks your 10th anniversary together. What can you tell us about the album?
It's obviously a big celebration. We've been working on it throughout numerous lockdowns. It's a celebration of the past, the present, and the future. So we've got a lot to celebrate over the 10 years. And yeah, but we kind of wanted to give credit to. It's a feel-good album as always. We've worked on this album for 16 months, as I said, through lockdown. So we had a real opportunity to kind of delve into it, spend time with it, redo things like this, take a left turn or a right turn and go down different routes. And we're really, really happy with what we've got. It's hopefully the Overtones better than ever, making people smile, sing and dance, which is what we do.
And you're going on tour later this year, including a stop here in Manchester at the Bridgewater Hall on the 30th of November. What can we expect from the show?
Yeah, actually, as a Manchester boy, I'm really, really looking forward to that date, and it's always really
Jan will be there. Jan will be there, everyone.
Jan will be there.
It's a great venue as well, the Bridgewater Hall, isn't it? I've been there.
Jan's Mark's mum, by the way. Jan, yeah. So you'll hear Jan in the audience.
But yeah, just like this tour, especially like given what we've been through, what everyone's been through for the last 18 months. We're absolutely chomping at the bit just to get out there and perform live again. That's all we can talk about online with our fans is like, everyone's so excited to be out on the road again in November, December. And like Darren said, just sort of bringing back the feel good. Like it's always one big party, our tour. So, and this tour's going to be no different. In fact, we've got even more to celebrate given, the 10 years and the new album. So yeah, can't wait.
Great. Okay, some of your super fans have been in touch with some questions. So Anne-Marie asks, which songs on the new album are you most proud of?
Oh, hey Anne-Marie. I mean, always proud of Gambling Man. It's as we say, it's our signature song, if you like. It's where a lot of people discovered us, and we're really enjoying the rebirth of that, if you like. So that's definitely one. One of the newer ones that I will say before I pass to Mark will be. I'm enjoying Rose Tinted. I'm enjoying our new original, so I'm going to say Rose Tinted.
I think actually we were rehearsing a few days ago for our upcoming gig tomorrow night in Bournemouth. It's an album launch party, and we've just choreographed. Can I say this? I can say this, can't I? That we'll be performing.
I don't know what you're about to say.
Well, we're going to be performing "Build Me Up Buttercup" from our brand new album, and it just really struck me when we brought this to life with the choreography and singing it live in the studio, that this is the one song that the Overtones should have recorded like 10 years ago. Like, I don't know why we haven't done it before, because it's such an Overtones, classic.
Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that'll be great to perform live.
Well, I'm loving Stars off the new album with Marisha Wallace, and she's got an amazing voice, hasn't she?
Yeah.
She's amazing. She's we knew we wanted some collaborations and special guests on this album, and she was someone that came up in early conversations, like how great would it be to have Marisha on it. So we there's nothing glamorous about it. We reached out to her on social media, and she responded and said she'd love to do it. A few weeks later she was in the studio. So yeah, really, really proud of that. It's going to be a bit of a moment on tour, I think.
Hey, Josephine asks, what's your favourite part of the album recording process?
I think actually maybe the song selection. I mean, you can imagine all four of us trying to agree on which songs to record, but even like 7 albums in, there's still so many, such a vast catalogue of songs that we've got to choose from. And I think as we get sort of, as the Overtones evolves, and we kind of really we really appreciate kind of the stamp that we put on these classics, it gets you thinking really about, what other songs can we reimagine? And yeah, there was a lot of songs that we brought to the table for this album. So I mean, I think there's at least another 10 albums left in the Overtones.
Cool. Lee asks, is there anyone else that you'd like to collaborate with for future albums?
We get asked this question a lot. It's a great question. I mean, there's so many artists that we like, and quite often you'll get different answers. But one of my consistent answers, and I think he's an absolute superstar, is Bruno Mars, and he's got the kind of retro feel going on as well. So I'd like to do an original with Bruno and have a cool video and a cool dance routine, and we can have fun with what we wear as well. So yeah, I'd like to do that.
Cool. So this show's actually primarily about 90s music. So who were you guys listening to back in the 90s?
Oh, that's, you love a bit of 90s.
90s R&B. I'm a 90s R&B boy. Yes, it was all about Usher and Boys to Men and Jagged Edge. And when did Craig David's album come out? Was that
early? It's like late 90s, wasn't it? I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
perhaps 2000. Sure. I think. Just.
What? Sorry.
Yeah, it's almost. I'll have that one though. Yeah, but I mean, even like the boy bands like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, like that was huge in the 90s. So yeah, it was a good time for music. Mark's an 80s boy, but I'm sure he showed some love for the 90s as well.
I mean, I'd say, whereas your sort of 90s R&B, although I did enjoy my 90s R&B, I was more maybe 90s pop, like unashamedly, like loved a bit of Britney and and Backstreet Boys and all that kind of like Max Martin kind of, American cheesy pop that's actually really kind of stood the test of time, a lot of it. And it's coming back around. Like the 90s is like, back in fashion, isn't it now?
And so I've got one more question from Karen. She asks, what's the most unusual gift you've ever been given from a fan?
Ooh.
Unusual gift. I mean,
is it a gift if someone has a tattoo of your song lyrics?
It's a gift. It's a gift to the world. Mate, we've had some amazing gifts. I mean, I remember back in the early days, Mark had the genius idea of putting it out there that he likes the clothing label All Saints. So for the next 3 years, he got All Saints clothes every single week given to
It
him.
wasn't tactical, though.
And I was like, I should have said I like Mercedes cars. But no, jokes aside, our fans are so generous, and it's really sweet when they kind of make stuff themselves. They make like knitted blankets, or they might make you like a what's it called when they stitch the when they kind of do a drawing of you but in stitch. What's that called?
Yeah.
Come on, Mark, help me out.
I want to say cross stitch, but I don't think that's right.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, it's cool. They do something creative themselves and bake cakes and biscuits, and that always goes down well in the dressing rooms.
Yeah, Linda chimed in saying perhaps it's her mince pies.
Yeah, always goes down well at Christmas. Wouldn't be Christmas without Linda's mince pies.
We have a fan that always bakes us scones or scones.
Yeah.
Scones or scones. But yeah, she always writes on the tin over scones. It's pretty genius.
So the new single Rose Tinted and the album 10 are out now, and the guys will be on tour all over the UK later this year, starting in Halifax on the 9th of November, passing through Manchester's Bridgewater Hall on the 30th, and ending up in Sheffield on the 12th of December. For more information, check out their website, theovertones.tv. Guys, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, mate. Have a great day.
Cheers. See you later. Bye-bye.
My odds are stacked. I've never been again.